prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Hey, this is Dan. Let me ask you a few questions. Does your boat look better with the cover on? Has your car's interior seen its better days? Stop using a towel to cover up those rips in the golf cart. Isn't it about time you had it restored to better than new with a custom upholstery from Captain T? Captain T's Upholstery has been right here in Ocala for nearly 20 years, so they know how to make your ride one of a kind. Whether you want to take that classic ride back to a factory look or put your favorite sports team front and center, Captain T's Upholstery is who to call. 352-369-1810. That's 352-369-1810. Or stop by their location, 5030 South Pine Avenue in Ocala, just past the drive-in. And of course, don't forget to visit them on the web, CaptainTUpholstery.com.
The very best in quality is Captain T's Upholstery.
Here is your 30-second news brief. The teenager who died after jumping into a quarry north of Ocala has been identified as 18-year-old Zachary Newton. Firefighters battled a brush fire on Merritt Island caused by a static test fire at the Space Center. The Click It or Ticket campaign is in full force. The fine for not wearing a seatbelt is $119 and $169 for not properly securing a child in a safety seat. And University of Florida researchers have created a hybrid mandarin orange that could be good news for Florida growers. And that is your news brief from The Source.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be partly sunny and hot on this Monday, Memorial Day holiday, with a high of 90 at the coast, 97 inland. Partly cloudy Monday night, low 70 inland, 75 at the coast. Tuesday, partly sunny, and afternoon thunderstorm in places, the high 90 at the coast, where it should be dry, to 96 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny with an afternoon thunderstorm around, but dry at the coast, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online. Animus Foundation is the name of the Ocala-based nonprofit sanctuary dedicated to the rescue and rehabilitation of wild and domestic animals. Animus, plainly stated, needs your 100% tax-deductible donation, which will go directly to animal care. This sanctuary is run solely on donations. There are so many questions to answer. Please call 843-6379, and they will explain to you how these creatures that live among us are cared for. Please call 843-6379. Thank you.
Here is your 30-second news brief. The teenager who died after
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD, every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Ocala's information station, 1370 WOCA.
Ocala.
15 minutes after 7 o'clock. Good morning. It is Monday, May 29th, 2017. It's a beautiful Memorial Day Monday. Thank you for tuning in to The Source, WOCA. We are broadcasting live today from the Paddock Mall just outside the WOCA commissary. I believe it's open today. Am I right, Robin?
It is open. It is open.
Good morning, partner. How are you?
Good. Good morning, Larry. How are you?
Back.
Yeah, back.
In the studio.
That's right.
It is Memorial Day. We have some Memorial Day special items this morning that we will be sharing with you. I have some touching stories of kind of illustrating the whole meaning of remembering those who gave all. And so we'll be doing that and asking you to share your own stories as well. And so we'll be doing that. 7:35, as always, we do have news. Some of those news items are veteran related. But it's pretty much the same as we normally do. The Memorial Day stuff will probably happen, I guess, starting with Galen. We'll have a segment with Galen talking about Memorial Day. Galen, speaking of Galen, is at 8:05. Galen Unold from Life South. I don't know that he's coming on. It is a day off after all, but I think he said he would be on.
Yeah, on Friday he said he was going to do the show. So
8:35 is News Bites. That's when we read the news. Do not comment and do not offer anything other than the news. Bern Pareso at 9:05. Bern is our go-to lady when it comes to questions about medical issues in our community. The reason I was stumbling right there is because I was thinking about a story yesterday. I was here and I was listening to the races, and one of the very prominent race car drivers had, I guess, colon cancer. And he was told about the what is the thing that Bern always talks about?
Colorectal cancer.
Yeah, but the test.
Oh, colonoscopy.
Colonoscopy. He was he was promoting that for early diagnosis, and so I was going to tell her about that. Let's see. We've got some Memorial Day sound for you. I've got some just kind of remembering what the day is about. I have some really, really touching audio samples to share with you at 9:20, 9:30, whatever. We'll kind of play it by ear.
Yeah.
10:05, Christopher Kelly is coming on. He's in the story, and he worked in the TV industry for nearly 20 years. And he's going to talk to us about Memorial Day. Play It Again, Uncle Sam. 4 anniversaries help us recall the past while looking ahead. His book is An Adventure in 1914. That's the title of it.
Yeah, which we have spoken to him before about the book.
It's a memoir of T. Tyleston Wells. It's the true story of an American family's journey through Europe for a safe passage back to the United States on the brink of World War I.
That's his grandfather.
Which
So
I suppose
that's pretty
you
cool.
could have guessed from the 1914 date.
Yes.
Anyway, it's a Memorial Day. We'll celebrate it and share what we have with you and ask you to share what you have with us. Fun with Joe today, of course. It's a Memorial Day trivia game. And the other thing I guess I should say is that I also have best Memorial Day weekend getaways. That's kind of a fun topic too.
Nice.
So we'll cover everything from the serious to the fun, right?
Nice.
There's some things that are closed today. Banks are closed today. The post office is closed today. Stock market is closed today for those who use that. Let's see. The city services for Ocala, Bellevue, and Denellen are all closed today. The Marion County services are all closed today also.
Yep.
Marion County Parks and Recreation Administrative Office is also closed today. The parks are open, but the administrative offices are closed.
Yes.
The libraries are all closed in Marion County today. Let's see. All facilities for Marion County Solid Waste are closed today. There is no pickup of garbage today. What else do I have here? Once a week pickup will have a 1-day delay in the Florida Express. I don't know what that is.
Well, if you have your garbage picked up on Wednesday, it's now going to be picked up on Thursday.
Oh, okay. So Florida Express is a trash company?
Yeah, that the city hired. So the city hired.
I
So
didn't know that.
So everybody's garbage will be picked up a day
I
late.
didn't know that. So you went to the beach yesterday.
Yep.
How was the beach?
It was fun. A lot of people there, but it wasn't overwhelming.
You got there early?
Oh, yeah. Yep, and there's a free parking area there, so you just park free. And
How big
they've
is
got
that
a
free
splash
parking
pad.
area? How big is that?
Oh, let's see, maybe 60 cars.
Oh, okay.
At least 60 cars.
So you
can
kind of
fit there.
because you kind of know a secret that you should share, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
No.
there's not that many cars there. You can't. You have to get there early, right?
Yeah.
So where is
It's
it
free
exactly?
parking.
Where is the free parking?
When you get to the intersection of A1A and East 40, and then you turn south, right? You turn right, you turn south, and it's about a mile and a half down the road, and you'll see it really on the left-hand side because you've got all of these huge hotels there, and then there's this big blank spot, and that's the parking lot, and then more hotels. So you can't beat it, and no cars in that area.
So I'm guessing you've crossed into the Daytona city limits at that point.
I don't know. I didn't look for the sign, so I don't know where the
So
Daytona
you
city
were
limits
north of
is.
the pier, in other words.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, but there's no cars on that part of the beach, but there's beach access, and then the cars can only go so far, and then you have the cones. They have a snack stand there. They have restrooms. They have a changing area. They have a really nice splash pad for the for the children. It's huge, and they've got beautiful picnic tables there with overhangs. It's really, really nice. And you just walk right down to the beach, and there you are.
I got to get to the beach. I'm jealous. I want to go to the beach. Hearing you talk about the beach makes me want to go to the beach.
Well, my mom wanted to go, so she invited me. So her and I went and hopped in her little red car, and off we went.
It's a big picnic day today. Did you picnic at the beach?
Yes, my mom made us lunches in her little cooler, and we each had a small cooler. And
where did you go?
So we picnicked.
When you were a kid, where did you go picnicking? Where was your favorite picnic place?
It was Grant Park.
And where's that, in Milwaukee?
Up in Milwaukee. South Milwaukee, exactly.
And why did you like it? Just a park, a favorite park?
No, it's a park, and they had a big lake there with they had a big pond there with swans, black and white swans, and then you walk down to the beach of Lake Michigan, and you could swim, you could fish, you could do whatever you want. They had hiking trails there. They had covered bridges there. It's really a beautiful place.
Did you hear
Huge.
Did you hear about the naked guy that stole the black and white checkered swan?
No. I know that one swan was stolen from Lake Eola.
It's not a real swan.
The white
it was
swans.
a statue. Some naked guy stole it, and it was in Lakeland, I think it was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
In the video, you see these two ladies drinking beer
and sitting by the swan.
No, they're cheering him on. Yay! They're holding up their beer bottles.
Well, he gets caught. It's on video.
Oh, they got him. They got him, but it was kind of a funny story.
Did you go picnicking when you were a kid? Where did you go?
Yeah, I remember going
Memorial Day.
picnicking. Yeah, here in Florida, I would go to Juniper Springs. Juniper Springs was a big one for us as a family. Rainbow Springs was a big one. And before I moved, it was not going to mean anything to anybody. It was a park called Eisenhower Park or Salisbury Park.
Oh, nice.
Had two names. They changed the name somewhere.
Was it near beach or?
No. No, that's the only thing bad about it. But it did have an artificial lake.
Oh, nice.
That was about the 1 foot deep. It never got any deeper or shallower. It was just 1 foot. It was like a 1 foot deep swimming pool, and you could sail your sailboats on it, your little tiny, your toy sailboat. So
how cool is that?
Yeah, people would come out there with their remote controls, and I didn't have a remote control. I just had one that required the wind. I remember putting it in the lake, just watching it blow across and hoping it got to the other side.
Oh, how fun! How fun is that?
So
that is so cool.
Let's see, the Literacy Council mural that I've been working on is just about done. Looking forward to it being done, and the Kiss the Horse final date is this Thursday, right?
Yes.
But I won't be working on it past Wednesday.
No.
So my gosh, my weekends have been kind of occupied by doing that
For 6 weeks.
For 6
Since
weeks.
the middle of April.
Yeah, so
or the beginning of
I'm
April.
real happy with it.
Yeah.
I love the fact that there were so many animals on it.
Yeah,
I mean,
different animals.
There were more dogs than any other animal. There's one snake, 2 giraffes, a tiger, right?
Yes.
A panther.
Yep.
Anything else? Nobody put any rats.
No, thank goodness.
Oh, there's a cat. Summer Gill has her cat on there. I think there's only one cat on there.
No, two. Dan wanted Morris the cat.
Oh, Morris the cat is on there. Oh, yeah, that was one of the first ones.
Yeah, Morris the cat. That was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Everything looks so... there's a parrot.
Oh, yes, there's a parrot on there.
A parrot is on there.
Oh, and all of the animals from the Animus group is on there.
Oh, yes, exactly.
That's their logo, though.
Yeah.
We got to share that with Gareth. She hasn't seen it, I don't think. We didn't get a good picture. So you're going to take pictures of all of the drawings will be, I guess, preserved as photographs. Mm-hmm. And then we'll share them with everybody who's contributed to it.
Yes.
All right, we'll take a little break, and on the other side, we'll... let's see. Oh, we'll just open up the phone lines. We'll talk about the news. There's a lot of things in the news. And, of course, we'll remember what today's day is all about. It's remembering those who gave all so that we have the freedom to sit here and talk about sailing our boats on a 1-foot-deep lake.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Carmen Roberts. North Korea tests another ballistic missile and the world's patience. The short-range missile landing in the sea near Japan.
The Prime Minister Shinzo Abe, who's just returned from the G7 summit, has described this launch as absolutely unacceptable. He is saying that they will take, quote, concrete action with the United States.
Sky News' Katie Stollard in Beijing. President Trump's been briefed on the launch. Police in Mississippi still in shock after a gunman kills 8 people, including Lincoln County Deputy William Durr.
We can't just sit down and go home. Unfortunately, we still have a job to do, and William was proud of that job.
Sheriff Steve Rushing deputies arrested Willie Godbolt, who admits he went on a house-to-house shooting spree in an argument with his estranged wife. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Wildfires burn millions of acres each year. And each year, wildland firefighters like Fire Chief James Hall battle to contain them. But they can't do it alone.
A single ember that escapes from a wildfire can travel more than a mile. It can ignite and destroy your home, your community, or more. That single ember can be just as dangerous as the wildfire itself. But you can do something firefighters can't. You can act now to prepare your home and your community for wildfire. You can reduce the risk. Do your part. Go to fireadapted.org.
Get fire adapted. Learn what you can do now to reduce wildfire damage later at fireadapted.org. A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council. Learn more at fireadapted.org.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new truck.
Yep, we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too.
Well, as a matter of fact, join me, Matt Gibbs from Sunrise Automotive, every Tuesday at 10 for auto repair with personal care right here on The Source.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
We could all take a page out of the toddler book. Whether you deserve a raise or the restaurant server brings you the wrong entree, go ahead and speak up. Hang out with happy people more often. Positive emotions tend to be contagious. People who took aspirin regularly for at least 6 years ended up being 11% less likely on average to die of cancer.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
If you or a loved one is suffering with knee, shoulder, neck or back pain, plantar fasciitis, peripheral neuropathy, and even tennis elbow, and would like to learn about how there are treatments that may benefit you, go to drjuanyordan.com, then listen in on the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. and hear from health professionals doing these treatments and patients who have benefited from them. First and third Thursdays, 10 a.m. Next Generation MD, right here on The Source.
It's graduation time, and that means lots of celebrations and parties.
Call 861-0011 right now and have Honey Baked Ham prepare your party platters and meals.
Then you, the graduate, friend, and family have time to kick back and enjoy the day.
Honey Baked Ham is located on Southwest 27th Avenue, right behind Best Buy in Ocala.
Call 861-0011.
Pick up and enjoy.
With Honey Baked Ham, every day is a celebration.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be partly sunny and hot on this Monday, Memorial Day holiday, with a high of 90 at the coast, 97 inland. Partly cloudy Monday night, low 70 inland, 75 at the coast. Tuesday, partly sunny and afternoon thunderstorm in places, the high 90 at the coast, where it should be dry, to 96 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny with an afternoon thunderstorm around, but dry at the coast, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Thank you, Joe Lundberg. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Really nice looking Monday morning. 75 degrees right now. As Joe Lundberg just told you, temperatures reaching into the mid-90s today. Lows tonight around 70. Partly cloudy skies. Tomorrow the same thing. Some rain mentioned for Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So maybe the rain we need is coming, but it's going to stay away as you go picnicking today. So that's a good thing. Or boating.
Yeah.
I don't go boating.
No, My brother had a boat once, and, it was just, a slap-together kind of a boat. It was really nice. He used an orange crate to, for the seat, but it took us up and down the Silver River. It was, really nice. You don't need an expensive boat.
Well, there you go. You don't need to own one. You can take a ride on one of those glass-bottom boats or rent a pontoon boat. Or go out with Captain Tom's Guten Tag Systems.
That's right. He's a cool photographer, too. He's awesome.
Today there's a few things you can go to. Two things that I have here. At 10 o'clock, both of them start at 10. One of them is short, one of them is long. So you pick and choose. At the Veterans Memorial Park at 10 o'clock, they are having a ceremony called the Memorial Day Ceremony, Remember and Honor. It'll be at 10 a.m. at the Ocala-Marion County Veterans Memorial Park. And if you can make it out there, thank you so much. And from what I understand, it was a wonderful turnout at the Veterans Resource Center. Is that what it's called? Veterans Resource Center?
Yes.
So thank you. You made us proud. You showed up and you showed them that we support them just by standing there and applauding when they cut that ribbon. So... and the other half of that is that now you know where it is. You get to share with any veteran friends that you have that there is a resource center in Marion County that is there for them. And it's the hard work of all of the vets and Vets Helping Vets. Joe Martone is one of them. Hank Whittier, of course, is the executive director.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Askew, Gary Pascal, John Rose. I'm trying to think of all the names. And so when you start naming names, Sergeant Curley,
the other Gary,
Eugene Poole.
I can't remember the other Gary's last name.
I got his name over here, so I don't forget it.
And
Skogsberg.
Oh, okay. And thank you so much to Kathy Cole and Jinky Diaz. They took photographs at the event. So we put some of their photographs on the WOCA Facebook page in an album marked the Veterans Resource Center. So that's up there if anybody wants to see some of the photographs of the, of the event. We gave, credit to Kathy Cole and Jinky Diaz for the photographs. So thank you, ladies, so much for being able to do that.
Nice. The other event today starts at 10 and runs through 1, though. The one at the Veterans Park is only an hour long. The one at Highlands Memorial Park is the one I'm talking about for the second one. This one is a picnic. And they have free hot dogs. They have a car show going on. They have some food trucks there. Now, the food from the food trucks is not free, but they are giving out free hot dogs. Let's see. There's a special program to honor veterans. There will be live music by a band called Spade Cooley. They will be honoring first responders, and there you go. And if you don't know where the Highland Memorial Park is, it's at 1515 Northeast 3rd Street. Don't let the fact that it's also a cemetery scare you away or creep you out, because the word is also a cemetery. There is a park there that's not a cemetery.
Separate entrance, too, so you're not going in the middle.
A lot of people ask about that. What do you mean, having a picnic on a cemetery? Today is Decoration Day.
Yes.
The original name for Memorial Day, Decoration Day. So it is part of the mission, which is to go and decorate the graves of those who are no longer with us, who served us in the context of the military. It does not only apply to those who died in service, by the way. It also applies to those who served and had a long life and then died of old age, but they still served us. And that would include people in my own family, my father, for example.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. Sad news this morning, Saturday. There was a teenager, 18-year-old Tampa young man who apparently was out at one of those quarries in a place called the Hard Rock Cycle Park.
I don't know
north
where
of
that
Ocala.
is.
Don't know exactly what happened, but apparently he jumped into the quarry, and that was all they saw of him. There was a bunch of 10 other teenagers called the police. They came out there, and the underwater recovery team from the sheriff's office, the dive team, in other words, they found his body underwater at 2:15 Saturday afternoon. His name is Zachary Isaiah Newton. So prayers for his family and all those who cared for him.
Yes, prayers.
You were at the beach yesterday, and the lifeguard said to you, do you have a phone? Because I guess they don't allow them to have phones, right?
Right.
And you called me to see if there was a launch, because I was here and I had access to the computer.
Yeah.
He was asking you to find out if there was a launch. There was not a launch. There is one scheduled for Wednesday. And so maybe what he saw, he described as a flare, was a static test fire, because a static test fire was conducted yesterday, probably while you were at the beach. And it did cause a fire on the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge.
Wow.
They got it under control relatively quickly, but the static test fire is not supposed to cause a fire.
Well, no, and all of the signs on the side of the road on 40 going from Ocala to the beach, it says fire danger, very high today. So, I mean, how come with that fire danger high, they had to have a static test
Well,
fire?
because
they're by the water.
They got it all under control.
That's
Wink,
right.
wink. Wink, wink. They got it under control. Oh, by the way, put your seatbelt on, because I'm just telling you for your own good. First of all, I know there's always a story or two about people who would have lived if they didn't have the seatbelt on, but the truth is more people are saved by seatbelts. According to the National Traffic Safety Administration, nearly half of the 22,000 plus occupants who were killed in crashes in 2015 did not have their seatbelts on. 57% of people who were killed at night were not wearing their seatbelts, compared to 40% during the day. I don't know what that's about.
Wow.
Men are more likely to not wear their seatbelts than women, by about 52% versus
Really?
42%.
I would think it would be the other way.
Because we're real men. We don't need no stinking belt to hold us in place. Anyway, no, you put your seatbelt on.
Yeah.
There's a $119 fine, and it is a primary traffic offense. It used to not be. It used to be a secondary offense. In other words, they used to not be able to pull you over just because you weren't wearing a seatbelt, but they can now.
Well, I'm glad, because if you put a law in place, it shouldn't be secondary or primary. It should just, a law is a law. You either break it or you don't.
Well, anyway, $119 if you don't. Now, if you don't have your child in a safety seat and properly in the safety seat, in other words, in the back seat,
Yeah.
it's a $169 fine.
Well, good. I've seen kids hanging out the windows going down the road. Seen kids on the laps of.
Dogs don't have to be restrained. You can tell a dog flopping around the car.
And students on school buses don't have to be restrained either. No
Isn't that
seatbelts on the
strange?
school bus.
Isn't
I know.
that
They
strange?
should have seatbelts there.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning, good morning. Yeah, one of the games that the infamous Waldo Police Department used to play was when you got stopped in their speed trap. Of course, you unfastened your seatbelt to get your wallet out of your pocket, and in addition to the speeding ticket, you got a ticket for not wearing your seatbelt.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
Yeah, they played nasty games like that.
And you had no way to fight back. You couldn't say, "Can you?"
No. Officer said he saw you without a seatbelt.
Gee. Oh my God.
Yeah, it didn't matter that you had just taken it off to get your wallet. Yeah, I mean, they were a nasty bunch up there. The wicked witch is gone now.
Thank you.
Silver bullet, no longer.
Thank you, Jim.
Yeah. Have a good day.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Morning, everybody.
Hello, Hugh.
Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you, sir.
It certainly feels like another Sunday, though, doesn't it?
Not to me.
Just another work day, huh? See, we're talking about, automobile safety, this, that, and whatnot. This is a great part of our country here for motorcycling, especially in the winter months. And I live on 326 here, and like when they have Bike Week over at Daytona Beach, I mean, they're coming by here, in droves, and it surprises me that all the bikers that do not wear helmets and their passengers, their girlfriends or their wives sit behind them with shorts and sandals. I mean, they're just asking for trouble. I can't believe that all those bikers, I would say most of those bikers do not wear helmets or anything to protect themselves in case they start sliding down.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that's kind of strange.
Did you see the motorcycles at the Rolling Thunder thing in D.C., by the way?
No, I haven't seen the TV or
tons
anything.
of them. All right, I'll tell you on the other side. All right, Hugh, thank you. Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accidents. It'll be partly sunny and hot on this Monday, Memorial Day holiday, with a high of 90 at the coast, 97 inland. Partly cloudy Monday night, low 70 inland, 75 at the coast. Tuesday, partly sunny, and afternoon thunderstorm in places, the high 90 at the coast, where it should be dry, to 96 inland. For Wednesday, partly sunny with an afternoon thunderstorm around, but dry at the coast, high 89 to 93. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Their first-time winner in the Coca-Cola 600, but this one came with a special co-pilot. This is the Monday Morning Race Refresher on the Motor Racing Network.
Where will you be when NASCAR comes to Chicago's fastest loop? 4 days of racing, tailgating, camping, and music. Come to Chicagoland Speedway September 14th through the 17th. Tickets for Sunday Chicagoland 400 are available now. Camping spots are available and selling fast. All kids tickets $25 off adult price and free on certain race days. Get your tickets and campsite now at ChicagolandSpeedway.com. Chicagoland Speedway, the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series playoffs start here.
In his 133rd Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series start, Austin Dillon took the iconic number 3 Chevrolet back to victory lane for the first time in nearly 17 years Sunday night at Charlotte Motor Speedway. New crew chief Justin Alexander called for a fuel mileage gamble that paid off, but Dillon gave some of the credit to a fallen Navy SEAL whose name was atop the car's windshield in a Memorial Day tribute.
I didn't see it in the cards. God made this possible tonight. We had an angel on our windshield tonight in Joshua Harris, and he rode with us the entire night and took us to victory lane. So it's amazing to do this in the number 3 car with the best pit crew and the best team I've ever had, and they worked so hard, and it feels so good to deliver this to them. Man, it feels amazing.
Jimmy Johnson ran out of gas while leading with 2 laps to go and wound up 17th. Kyle Busch drove to second with fresh tires and fuel. Martin Truex Jr. led 233 laps and finished third, but took the overall standing leads from Kyle Larson, who ended his night 33rd after a crash. Next up, the AAA 400 Drive for Autism Sunday at Dover. That's the Monday Morning Race Refresher. I'm Woody Kane on the Motor Racing Network.
Next Generation MD is the future of healthcare now. Listen in the first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. to learn how the future in PRP treatments are here in our area. Find out the many ways that Dr. Juan Jordan, MD, Charles Brooks, NP, and case manager Mark Shaw have brought the family medicine practice to a new level. Hear from the very people that benefit from the fine work they have done in this field. Next Generation MD every first and third Thursday at 10 a.m. here on WOCA 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
All right, 12 minutes before 8 o'clock, 75 degrees. Temperatures climbing to 96 today with lows tonight around 70. Tomorrow, pretty much the same thing, partly cloudy skies both today and tomorrow. And then Wednesday is the first day I see rain mentioned in the forecast. There is about, let me look at this, about an 80% chance we'll see rain on Wednesday. And that continues through Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, a little chance of rain. And then Monday, a week from today, a little chance of rain. So it looks like we might have about a week of rain. How about that? Not too bad.
I think it's wonderful.
But it looks like it's mostly like afternoon rain, so that's not unusual for this part of the country, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this time of the year, I should say. You know who came by on Friday? Sorry, Sherry Brand. Sherry Brand Irwin, who was Sherry Brand is the lady who was the model when she was a little baby girl for the Coppertone ads.
Yeah.
The dog pulling down the bathing suit.
Yes.
Her mother is the artist. Her mother is, don't tell me, Joyce Ballantyne.
Yes.
And Joyce used to live here in Ocala.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they both did, obviously, and Sherry still does. And Joyce lived, I think you were telling me, downtown in what is the building that is now being refurbished?
Yes.
I think.
That's what Sherry said between Mark's Prime and the new Southern Kitchen.
So it was really neat. She came in here to do an NPR interview. She used the studios, the production room here. Dan had invited her to do that. And then she poked her head in to say hi to us and saw that I was working on the Literacy Council mural. And I told her about it. And so next thing I know, she's autographing it, and I did a drawing of her mother holding up the picture that she made famous, the little girl with the bathing suit coming down.
Her Coppertone.
The Coppertone girl, yeah. So that was kind of cool. So now we have another celebrity autograph on there.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So just thought I would share that
and
with you.
Sherry's so amazing, such a down-to-earth gal, so beautiful inside and out. She was... And we got to meet her friend Bob, and he's a pianist and plays a lot of instruments, and so we had a really nice chat.
Do you like mandarin oranges?
Yes, I do.
Well, mandarin oranges in the state of Florida do not usually come from the state of Florida because the greening disease, what do you call citrus greening?
Yes.
Has wreaked havoc on them. The two types of mandarin oranges you typically are the clementine and the Mineola. I believe
they're so good.
Okay,
juicy.
But they're not grown in Florida. They used to be 15 years ago. They used to be like a big deal in Florida, but something went awry with the greening.
The citrus canker.
Citrus greening, yeah. All right. So anyway, Professor Frederick Gmitter, 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 Frederick Gmitter, professor at the University of Florida, figured out something. He made a hybrid. I'll have to tell this to Carol Ann tomorrow. He made a hybrid of the clementine and Mineola.
Wow.
He's been working on this since 1985.
Nice.
He calls the new variety the Sugar Bell variety of the mandarin. And guess what? It's able to resist the citrus greening in Florida.
Oh, my gosh.
And so we might not have to import our mandarin oranges anymore.
Oh.
We might be growing our own mandarin oranges. Wonderful. Why do we like them? I just like this. A little snappier citrus taste to them, right?
Yeah.
Than normal oranges?
Yeah, they're just, oh man, it makes my mouth pucker just
I know
about it.
I know. So anyway, right now we get them from California and even outside the country. So citrus farmers in Florida are a little excited about this news. It's unless you're a citrus farmer, you're probably just looking forward to eating them. But this could be a change of lifestyle for them.
Oh yeah, that would be wonderful.
Because you remember, once upon a time, you would drive between here and Orlando, and that's all you could smell with the orange groves.
Yes,
not
the blossoms.
Not anymore, right?
No. But that will be really a wonderful thing to bring our orange, whatever you call it.
Another citrus crop.
Yeah, our orange crop back to Florida.
Let's see. What else do I have here? An Albuquerque, New Mexico story. A private jet that was once owned by Elvis Presley has been auctioned after sitting on a runway in New Mexico for 35 years.
Oh.
It sat on a runway for 35 years. The plane sold for $430,000 on Saturday. Wow. I bet you that thing smells like it needs a bath.
Oh, yeah, it's probably not working at all. I mean, gosh, just sitting there without doing anything to it. Gosh.
It has been privately owned for 35 years and sitting on a tarmac in Roswell, New Mexico. Ooh.
Roswell, of course.
It's a UFO.
Elvis has not left the building.
Unidentified
He's
flying
there.
rock star.
Yeah, he's there. He's in Roswell right now.
While I was sitting here doing one of the drawings yesterday, I was listening to the Indianapolis 500, and I heard an interview with Takuma Sato, and I I just enjoyed the interview. He seemed like a fun guy, and I loved his name, Takuma Sato, because I kept hearing Takuma Matata in my head. Matata. Anyway, so he sounded fun, and so it's always more fun to listen to a race when you're kind of rooting for somebody.
Yeah.
And guess what? He won.
Oh, good for him.
Takuma Sato. He's the first Japanese to ever win the Indianapolis 500.
Nice. Nice. Congratulations to him.
But he was driving a car owned by the Andretti family. So if that helps.
Well, you got to give some credit to the driver and not just to the car.
Just telling you.
You know, the car really won the race.
A member of the U.S. Navy SEAL skydiving group was killed in a parachuting accident yesterday while performing an aerial exhibition as part of the annual Fleet Week Festival in New York Harbor.
Oh, no.
The skydiver, whose identity was not released, plunged to his death when his parachute failed to open.
Gosh.
Oh, that's not good. Rear Admiral Jack Scorby told reporters outside the New Jersey hospital where the man was pronounced dead that he was pronounced dead.
No, he probably did everything he could, too.
So Rolling Thunder is a group of motorcyclists, and they have thousands strong. I went to their website. The Rolling Thunder Run mission is to educate, facilitate, and never forget by means of a demonstration for service members that were abandoned after the Vietnam War. Rolling Thunder has also evolved into a display of patriotism and respect for all who defend our country. That's their mission statement on their website.
Nice.
And they have an event that started 2 days ago, and it runs through today from Memorial Day up in D.C. So let me read you the news item. Go to the news. Thousands of motorcyclists from across the nation flooded Washington, D.C. yesterday for the annual Memorial Day weekend tradition Rolling Thunder. This year marks the 30th anniversary of the demonstration meant to educate, facilitate, and never forget. A yearly display of patriotism, freedom, and respect for the men and women who defend our country. And it was impressive. Motorcycles are impressive. You can see thousands of cars, and it's not as impressive as hundreds of motorcycles.
Exactly.
Let's see. There's lots of videos on here. Just to scroll through, and there's not really a whole lot more to read. But anyway, so that's what they did. The mission also includes legislative efforts. Rolling Thunder strives to affect national policy in a way that will assist POW and MIAs. They wrote, introduced, and passed the Missing Service Personnel Act of 1993. The 30th Rolling Thunder First Amendment demonstration run, as all previous runs, is open to any and all who wish to show their support. I wonder if we have anybody there from our community.
I bet we do. I
wonder if my brother Bob is a Harley rider. He's out in California. I wonder if they do something similar out there.
Or maybe they all, I bet that, people from all across the United States converge in Washington, D.C., all the motorcycle guys. I bet it's not just the local people there.
No, I know. It's what it says.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering out loud if they're doing out there.
Yeah.
There are still 73,057 unaccounted for World War II missing in action.
Gosh.
There are still 7,747 missing in action from the Korean War. There are still 1,611 missing in action from the Vietnam War. There are still 126 missing in action from the Cold War. There are 5 missing in action from the Gulf Wars and 1 from the El Dorado Canyon conflict.
It's just so sad. It's just so sad that there are still missing in action. Nobody knows.
Good morning. You're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. On a somewhat more cheerful note, there's going to be a classic car show up at Bellevue City Hall this morning, starting around noon. And
nice.
going for, I don't know the exact time frame, but yeah.
All right, thank you. I didn't know about that one.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Jim.
Okay.
So there's that. So there's that one, and there's also the one at Highland Memorial.
Right.
There's
the
a car show over there too.
Over there at Highland Memorial.
Stock markets in Japan and South Korea rose this morning as investors brushed off Pyongyang's missile launch.
Oh.
The short-range projectile flew for several minutes before landing in the Sea of Japan. The latest in a series of launches that have ratcheted up tensions over the North's bid to develop weapons capable of hitting the United States. Remember they used to show power, the enemies, like Hitler's enemy. Hitler used to show power by showing all the troops just marching and marching and marching.
Oh, yes.
North Korea wants to show their power by launching missiles.
Yeah, well, I'm glad they're all duds and they just kind of fizzle out.
They're not all duds.
Thank God. Yeah, that's right.
All right, we'll be right back. Galen Unold is scheduled to be next, but if he's not here, that's okay. I don't blame him for taking the morning off. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. President Trump facing a busy work week. One item on the list, dealing with reports son-in-law and advisor Jared Kushner proposed back-channel communications with Russia.
House Intelligence Committee ranking Democrat Adam Schiff said on ABC's This Week, the issue is in the timing
of an election campaign in which the Russians had been intervening to help Donald Trump to hurt Hillary Clinton.
Getting a budget passed and Obamacare replaced are priorities too. Naming and confirming a new FBI director is also on the agenda.
Fox's Gurnell Scott at the Coca-Cola 600 on Fox Sports.
On fumes, Austin Dillon wins at Charlotte for Richard Childress Racing, Dow and Chevrolet.
Dillon passing Jimmy Johnson with 2 laps to go for his first NASCAR Cup victory. And in Indianapolis, Takuma Sato becomes the first Japanese driver to win the Indy 500. Fox News, we report, you decide.
My name is Dale Pazinski. I'm 19 years old, and this is how I live united. I've always been kind of a computer geek, and I found a way to use those skills to help the homeless in my community. For people facing hard times, computer skills and a basic resume are so important. It may seem like a small thing, but it makes a huge difference in people's lives. So with United Way, I created a program where I work with the homeless. Together, we go through their whole job history, write a resume, and then save it on their very own USB drive. We provide workbooks and training certificates. I even budgeted for cupcakes so we can celebrate as a class when one of our people gets a job. That's huge. When somebody says, "Hey man, that job that you helped me apply for, I got it." That's what Living United feels like to me. My name is Dale Pazinski. I help people achieve financial independence. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, Live United. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Buying and selling? Then you know about ocalaforsale.com, Marion County's internet marketplace. But there's something you might not know. I'm Michael Warren, president of USA for Sale. We created Ocala for Sale in 1998 with a passion to connect buyers and sellers and to help local businesses reach shoppers online. On Ocala for Sale, you're just a click away from thousands of deals for real estate, rentals, cars, furniture, appliances, horses, pets, and more. Looking for a job? Our Help Wanted section is booming. Shopping the villages and beyond? Now you'll find great deals on villages for sale, as well as our new statewide classified, Florida for Sale. Log on today and post your free classified. You'll reach thousands of shoppers who check our listings every day. Are you a business looking to get a corner on the internet marketplace? USA for Sale can help you reach your target audience in Ocala, the villages, and statewide. There's no better place to reach shoppers than right where they shop. Let us show you how. Learn more by calling 352-629-1663 or visit us online at usaforsale.com.
Whether you're building it up or knocking it down, get it done, rent it now. Sunbelt Rentals is here to make your job a little easier. Our knowledgeable staff will help you find the right equipment for any job, big or small. Did you know that Sunbelt Rentals carries heaters, air conditioners, generators, lighting, traffic control, and so much more? So whether you're building it up or knocking it down, we've got the equipment you need. Get it done, rent it now. And right now, for a limited time, you can have it for less. Just by mentioning this ad, if you rent it Friday afternoon, you can keep it the whole weekend and only pay for one day. But this is a limited time offer, so stop into Sunbelt Rentals today, Northwest 27th, just a quarter mile east of I-75. For more information, just give us a call, 352-369-9101. 352-369-9101. Sunbelt Rentals. Get it done, rent it now. 352-369-9101.
There's something about a lighthouse. It's there to protect us, guide us. You know you can count on it. Just like you can count on Auto Owners Insurance and your local independent agent to be there when you need us most. You've trusted us for our first 100 years. And you can trust us for generations to come.
Call George Mankin Insurance in Ocala today, 352-732-3191. 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. It's not a bad-looking Monday. It's Memorial Day. There are a few things you can do to remember the meaning of Memorial Day and just go have some fun. It's kind of one of those mixed things, I think. It's probably not unusual for all of us though, I'll tell you this, though. I spoke to somebody yesterday who clearly had no clue what Memorial Day was, what you're supposed to... You tried to remember. I know. It's
really?
Just.
Wow.
I don't know if that's unusual or not. I don't know if because we're older we remember what it's about, or if it's because we do radio. I don't know if that helps us remember. I don't think I would forget, though. I think maybe it's part of our younger days, it was instilled in us.
Up to the parents. I made sure my kids knew, because I was in the spot where I could take off on Memorial Day and we'd, go and do stuff. Everything, have cookouts, barbecues. They'd all know what it was.
Did you ever decorate a grave on Memorial Day?
No.
No?
No. Have you?
For my dad. Yeah. I brought things over for him. Maybe I'll do that today. Maybe I'll drive over there.
Yeah, I've never done that.
Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. Good morning, Galen.
Hey, good morning, Larry, Robin. How are y'all?
Good. Where are you today?
I'm at home. I'm off today.
You're off. Boy, nice. It feels good, huh, to be off?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Yeah, but with your job, Galen, you're only a phone call away, though. I imagine you're checking your stuff.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
You have that capacity.
Who's more on call, though, you or your wife?
Oh, my wife. Yeah.
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 Because what would they call you in for? We need you to go get some more blood donors. I guess that could happen. That could happen, huh?
Yeah. I mean, like if there's something going on weather-wise, or a tragedy somewhere or something like that, they'll call me in. But it's pretty rare. I mean, I'll have staff call me or a hospital call me or something like that. But it's pretty rare.
Who is your? You're pretty high up on the ladder. Who is your boss's boss?
The CEO.
Oh, that's it. So you're just 3 notches down from the top.
Yeah, I don't think we've never done like a succession plan that far. So let's just say if I'm in charge, a lot has gone wrong.
Yeah, you're like the Secretary of State.
I'm not quite. Let's see. No, Secretary of State's third away, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's you, third away.
Yeah, I'm not third away. No, there are other officers. I'm not at all.
So do you think? I mean, do you feel like I'm assuming that in your family everybody remembers the meaning of Memorial Day. It doesn't take away from the cookouts and all that stuff, but I'm guessing that it's probably remembered in your home. Do you think though that in general, if I were to walk out into the mall today when it opens up and ask, do you think most people would get it or would answer correctly?
I would. When you said that kind of upset me because I mean Memorial Day is one of our longest standing federal holidays. I mean it goes back to the Civil War. That's when it got its whole start. Was when Lincoln wanted to pause and remember, the men and women on both sides that died during the Civil War. So. That's the history of it. So I would hope that they had at least learned that in school. I would hope so. Yeah, I would expect. I don't know. I was completely off about how many people could tell time. So I don't
know. With an analog clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was shocked by that. I'm like, I didn't not know how to tell time. But yeah, apparently
I know.
more people than not.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. So, but I think it's important. I can't imagine that anybody would disagree with the importance of remembering that we don't have our freedom by chance. It's something that was paid for. Oh my gosh, it's so easy to see that. How could anybody? I mean, just look at the world today. Look at Kim Jong-un. He wants to take your freedom away tomorrow.
Exactly.
Sure. And I will tell you this, and a lot of places are going to honor veterans. Today isn't about veterans who are still alive. It's about the men who put on the uniform and died for our country so that we could be free. And I know people are expanding that over to all people in uniform, first responders and things like that. And to me, that's a different day. Today is the men and women who died in battle. Because they deserve their own day.
Absolutely.
And I don't think we should do it with other stuff. So,
that's right, exactly.
Today's a day. For me, I watch a lot of war movies just so I know it's kind of trivial, but it pays for me. It's a reminder of the sacrifices that were made. So
well, and I will just kind of give a pass to the people who also honor the veterans simply because almost all veterans including yourself, Galen, knows somebody who died in battle. So, I'm just guessing that it's not so far-fetched to say that they are thinking about somebody who used to be alive, who was, yucking it up with them one day, and then the next thing they found out that they didn't survive.
Yeah, my generation, not so much, but I would think the previous generation, those who are in Vietnam and World War II, obviously, but Korea. But I don't know anybody who died in battle. So
my nephew posted on Facebook a picture of a guy who apparently he knew who died in Afghanistan. So
because he was in Afghanistan, your nephew.
Yeah.
Christopher.
So that's how close.
Yeah.
That's how close it comes.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
All right, let's go to the telephone. Go into the phone. Good morning. You're on the air.
Yes, good morning again, everybody. I want to thank Galen for his service in the Navy, and I'd like to ask you a question if being in the Navy had anything to do with him getting into the blood business.
Galen?
No, nothing. They have nothing in common.
Let me ask you this. Did being in the Navy affect the way you raise your children?
Yeah.
In what way? In what way?
I think so.
How would you have been different as a dad if you had not served in the Navy?
It's hard to say. I mean, the Navy impacted every aspect of my life. So I think it gave me a little more discipline. It gave me what it probably gave me most, and I don't think it intended to, but it did, is it gave me a different outlook on the world. Because you experience the world, when you're, I was in there when I was 18 to 22. So you experience the world as a very young man. I was very impressionable. Went to 30-something countries. And I was able to see not only just how good the U.S. has, but how well respected the U.S. is in almost all of these countries. And I think that's something that it taught me more than anything else. And I try very hard to make sure that my boys understand just how lucky they are and what a honor and a privilege it is to live in this country, and to never take that for granted. And I think that's why we try to travel so much. We try to go to other countries and for them to experience just how well they have it here.
Let me ask you this: as a young Navy man, you've shared you've shared stories with us about going to Japan. Was it weird being in the Navy in Japan, knowing that the good friends that we are today is exactly the opposite of what we were just 70 years ago? Isn't that, it's so strange, isn't it? It gives you hope. It makes you say, oh, maybe in 70 years we'll be good friends with everybody else. I don't know.
Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un. Well, he'll be gone.
Yeah, he'll be.
Kim Jong-gone. That's what he'll be. Yeah.
That's an interesting question. I think you have to understand the history, and I believe there's a lot of people. For example, when I was there in '89, and I've been to where they dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. When you looked at it, those people at that time, completely different outlook on who we were and what we were all about. There is still a little disdain for us. Now you look in Europe, it's probably even changing even more. Just because, a lot of the people who realize, oh wow, you guys are the people that saved us, are changing. And now we're looked at differently. I think it changes from generation to generation, I guess, to make a long story short.
Huh. Oh, yeah, but I wonder how they feel when they go to Pearl Harbor. I mean, don't they feel the same remorse?
Well, you just saw the Prime Minister of Japan 2 years ago, go to Japan and apologize for it.
Yeah.
I think that's I know a lot of people want us to apologize for what happened at, us dropping the bomb, and I don't ever want us to be there, because I know what it would have taken. I've seen the islands. I've seen where these people lost their lives, and I don't ever want to forget that it would have cost us 1 million lives to take over Japan without the bomb. But yeah, I mean, time heals all wounds, and it has revisionist history is a thing. That's a very, very real thing.
Yeah, revisionist history. Yeah.
Yeah, that's scary.
Absolutely.
Don't like it.
It gets revised constantly. I mean, look at, you look at just in the last 8 years how history has been revised.
Yeah.
So, and it's something you have to fight against, and it's, you would expect news to honor that, but they just seem to,
So
recall only the things they want to recall.
Talk about the other segment of the people we're remembering today. We're remembering those who died, but we're also remembering the POWs and the missing in actions.
Sure, absolutely.
That's the gray area. They're not.
Yeah.
Did they survive or did they not? We don't know. So, talk about them a little bit. Do you know anybody that fits in that category?
I don't personally. I know that there's still records of people, and I know that I know veterans who have gone over to Vietnam to try to rescue and to recover artifacts from POW camps, and that's become a lot more open over the last 20 years. And I know it's an issue in North Korea, where there are men who have died in North Korea that they want to get their remains back. And I saw a meme today, and it kind of hit me. It's like, for us, for most Americans, today is a day in which, we grill burgers, and we think about it. But for a lot of families, this is a very sad day where they're remembering somebody who died and fighting for our country. And I just hope that we never forget that we going all the way back to the Civil War and even the Revolutionary War, where freedom started, that we don't forget the price that we paid. So I know there's a lot of ceremonies all over the place, and I hope we can pass that along to a generation, because everything's just a generation from being gone. And we're a generation from forgetting all of these things. So I hope we don't.
Right, absolutely. When you see the Rolling Thunder demonstration in D.C., you know that these guys are definitely going to make an impact on any young person who's watching. So what is this about? That's all they have to say is, what is this about? And you can explain. And then I don't know, just There's something about a motorcycle group. There's just something about it. I don't.
Yeah,
it's hard to
very
explain.
powerful.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
for the
and
right
you know,
reasons.
and where it all starts is at our schools, and that's why I tell people you have to be involved in what your child is learning at schools and what your community is teaching in schools, and to make sure that it goes in line with your values. And if it doesn't, then it's your obligation to get involved and fix it. So that's kind of where I'm at.
Let me squeeze in a phone call. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning, Larry,
Hiya, Frank.
Robin, and Galen.
Good morning.
Galen, I am now sober. Would you see if you can get me readmitted to Lifestyle as a blood donor? I am a little bit different person now than I was before.
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Well, the best thing to do, I don't have anything to do with that. What you need to do is just stop by the center and talk to them. But we reinstate donors, depending on the situation.
Okay. I would appreciate it very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank.
Just go by the center. It's not something I can control.
Yeah, that's
So how long does a person have to be sober? What is the criteria like for that before you can redonate blood?
It all depends on what they were recovering from. And I don't know all the specific situation or anything, so.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Well, that was a man
good call.
who has really turned his life around really for the better. I mean, he was a good guy then,
Yeah.
but the alcohol played a role in how he came across to people, and now he stopped that completely. So it's a good thing.
Very good thing.
All right, let me see if I have a call, and then we'll take a break. Good morning, you're on the air.
Yeah, good morning. Good morning. One of the veterans that we would celebrate on this day wasn't involved in a heroic taking of life, but a heroic saving of life. Guy Gabaldon, the Pied Piper of Saipan, lived his final years here in Florida. He was originally born in California, but he was with the 2nd Marine Division on Saipan, and he spoke Japanese. And he was used to bring Japanese soldiers out of caves and got them to surrender rather than engage in one more banzai charge. He brought in 1,500 Japanese prisoners of war.
Wow, I never knew that.
During the Saipan campaign. He received the Navy Cross for his efforts.
Wow, good job. Thank you Thank you, Jim.
Have a good morning.
Galen, how's the blood supply?
We're in emergency need of O and platelets, so we just need people to get out there, get the life, donate blood. That's really what it comes down to.
And hey, if you want to really make a statement on Memorial Day, give blood. You'll be saving lives. You never know. You never know who gets that blood. Palm Garden of Ocala and Penn Flooring, we want to make sure we thank them both for sponsoring Galen's daily announcement and reminder for us all to do our part, making sure there's a blood supply. And Jan put something on Facebook about say prayers for her husband. She didn't explain what's going on. But Jan, were you in our prayers?
Prayers for Jan and her
Jan is
husband.
our go-to lady for Palm Garden of Ocala. Go over there. They have the 2 words you look for, which is skilled nursing. Skilled nursing. All facilities are not skilled nursing facilities. Palm Garden has everything you could ever want to make sure that you get back on track, whether it's for rehabilitative needs, long-term health care needs, respite needs. And if you don't know what all those terms mean, go and ask. Take a tour. See for yourself why people choose Palm Garden of Ocala. It's a beautiful facility run by beautiful people, and they're at 2700 Southwest 34th Street. Penn Flooring put the flooring down in this studio.
Yes.
The carpet, the artificial wood, the artificial
linoleum.
Linoleum, but the artificial.
Tile,
what does it look like? Brick. It looks like brick in the bathroom, right?
That's right.
But anyway, it's beautiful. It's durable. It's really easy to clean, and it hasn't.
Very easy.
Doesn't look like it aged at all in the 5 years we've been here. Go to Penn Flooring and see what you can do for your own home. 1201 Southwest 17th Street. Be sure to thank both of those businesses for sponsoring the important announcement Galen delivers. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
I'm Jan Marino from Palm Garden of Ocala, and I'd like to tell you about the Palm Garden Way. We promote individual care, of course, but we also encourage GEMS. That's going the extra mile, and these are thoughtful individual gifts that make each guest stay special. A gem could be a daily latte or a new book or something else that means a lot to our guest. To find out more about the Palm Garden Way, take a tour, located on the corner of 27th Avenue and 34th Street in Ocala.
Hi, this is Vanessa Lane Jennings with the Jennings Law Firm, located here in beautiful Ocala. Join me every single Friday at 10:30 for Legal Lane. We'll be discussing various legal topics such as family law, criminal law, contracts, and much more. So this is your chance to call in with your legal questions and have them answered. That's every Friday, 10:30, right here, WOCA The Source.
Veterans are the foundation upon which our freedom is built. Listen to The Source, WOCA, each Thursday at 9 a.m. to Veterans News with Hank Whittier from Vets Helping Vets. You'll hear tributes, information on veterans issues, and stories that will make you laugh, cry, and feel proud. Veterans News always focuses on the military, past and present, and on our first responders. Veterans News is brought to you each week by Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and Nursery, keeping you blooming since 1952. All right, 24 minutes after 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Galen Unold is on the phone from Life South Community Blood Center. So are you doing anything on the fun end today, Galen? You cooking out or anything?
No, wife is working today, so, we kind of hung out yesterday. So just going to hang out with the boys, work in the yard.
I earlier in the conversation, I asked you if your service in the Navy affected the way you are today. Do you think you would be deep sea fishing and taking your boys deep sea fishing if it had not been for your service in the Navy?
Yeah, absolutely, because that was something I did with my dad.
Oh, really?
I didn't fish much in the Navy. You don't have a whole lot of time for fishing.
No, I know, but I figured you would.
I did twice. I did in Thailand and I did in Hawaii, but fishing is something I've done since I was 2 or 3.
By the way, I meant to tell you, I asked the lady from Earth Fair.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the name of the fish again. Koopa? What was it called? Koopa?
Copa, I think you said it was like really huge.
Yeah, I had it written. I asked her about it the day she was. I had it written down. But anyway, she didn't know anything about it because she's not into fish. She doesn't know. But I told her about it, and I told her that you were standing there, and she said, did he enjoy what they showed? And I said, yeah, he sounded like he really liked it.
Yeah.
A 200-pound fish being cut up and served us,
Yeah, it was amazing.
Wow.
It was amazing.
So do you do that? I mean, when you catch a fish, do you cut it up yourself?
It depends. Like if I'm on a buddy's boat, I do. But if I'm on a charter boat, I let them do it because they can do it in about. It takes me 20 minutes to do a single fish because I don't do it that frequently. They can do it in about 2 minutes. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're amazing.
Professionals do their job. Yeah.
They're amazing. I like that statement. Let the professionals do their job.
The professionals do it.
I love that.
In other words, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
That's right. You're just not that good at it. It's just you butcher the meat. They can do it. It's clean and everything's perfect.
Well, that's what my brother does. He has a pond in his backyard that he made, and it's got catfish. And then every so often we go up there and fish the catfish out. And he knows just how to do it. He grabs it and slits it, and takes out the guts. I mean, he does it so perfectly, and so he knows how to do it, and taught TJ and Shannon how to do it. So
it's
otherwise,
not rocket science. It's just they can do it a heck of a lot faster than you can. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! So today you're just kind of hanging out?
Yeah, just going to enjoy the day, and that's pretty much it.
So where would you go if you were going on a picnic in our area? Where would you go?
Picnic?
Yeah, if you were going on a picnic, besides the train station, where would you go?
Well, no, I'd go to the beach. I guess that's as close to us. I mean,
that's a great choice.
And go to the beach.
Yeah.
I don't know if that to me isn't a picnic.
No, that's a great choice.
Grab my kite and head to the beach.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
What kind of kite do you have?
I have 2. I have one that's just they're on Amazon. It was like $4, and it's this big blue whale thing. And it just flies all by itself. I don't have to do anything.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It is. You just put it in the air and let it do its thing.
Do you still have your drone, or did you lose your drone?
Yeah, no. I didn't lose my drone. I still have it.
Do you have a camera on your
Can't fly
drone?
it at the beach. Yeah.
You can't fly a drone at the beach?
Too much wind.
Oh.
Way too much wind. You want no wind, basically. That's the best way to do it.
Are all drones that way, or is it just the consumer drone?
The one I have, I've never seen I mean, I'm sure that the ones in Air Force doesn't give a darn about them. But mine does. Mine's sensitive.
I wonder how the pelicans would react to a drone at the beach. You know, because I mean, they seem to have their own groups, and I wonder if they think their space was being invaded.
What was that story? There was a guy who kicked the football and he knocked the drone out of the sky.
Oh yeah.
That was in Georgia, right?
Yeah.
Did you see that story?
Yeah, they were in
no.
spring training or practicing or something.
Yeah, he kicked the ball. I mean, he was trying to. He was trying. He was trying to hit the drone, and he did. I mean.
Yeah, it crashed.
You don't appreciate the skill of a good kicker, I guess, until you see something like that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Wow. All right. Well, you have a fun day today. Where's the Bloodmobile today?
Bloodmobile today, Larry, is actually at the Walgreens in Bellevue. So we're right there on Abner Road.
Oh, right next to the post office.
Yeah.
Yep. Nice.
And Jim Penna said there was a car show down there somewhere, too.
Yeah, at Bellevue City Hall starting at noon, he said.
Good.
So if you're into cars, there's at least 2 car shows today.
Yep.
If you want to go to a Memorial Day ceremony, there is at least 2 of them that we know of. One at Highland Memorial Park, one at the Veterans Memorial Park.
Yep, 10 o'clock, Veterans Memorial Park. Highland at 11.
Tell all your friends that the Veterans Resource Center is open and ready to help them out.
Yeah.
If you know any veterans. Galen, thank you for your service. I know you don't like us saying that on Memorial Day because you're alive and living and enjoying your life, but thank you for what you did.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back. This is The Source, WOCA Ocala.